YT stands for Yes Boys Back in the video, and today I'm going to be doing side by side comparison between the 11th and 12th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver universe remotes made by the one company. If you don't know who they are basically the company who makes basically Star Trek phasers, Harry Potter wands, and all sorts, including Sonic Screwdrivers as a TV remote. And these are a company where it's basically you get the toys for the the easy expensive the easy lot to get, the middle bits which are the one company screwdrivers for those who can rarely get the prop replicas and other stuff like that, and then you get the prop replicas made by CT and Roboto replicas and Celestial Toy Stores. CT and Celestial Toy Stores basically the same thing, so yeah. We're going to be comparing the 11th and 12th Doctors. So looking at already, we have the emitter tips which are slightly different on the 12th than it is on the 11th. The 11th has more of a milky green tint to it, though also a clear window at the front. The 12th just is a semi-flat jewel on the top. The emitter, anyways. The cage sections are a lot more rough on this one. This one's got more of a varnish feel to it. As you can tell on the copper sections, we do have these little lines going all the way through, like the 11th. The copper rings are exactly the same. The grips, this one's got more of a rubber, this one's got more of a slick rubber. And the handles are different due to this one's more of a white, this one's an off-white. This white is more of a rough texture white, which is plastic. This one has a more of a smooth white, of course. You have the black flecks in the handle, if you was to look. Unlike this one has a few little dents in it which you can sort of make out along the way. The panel sections are a lot slim on the 12th than it is on the 11th. Plus, the button placements, on the 11th, the button's on the bottom. The button is on the middle section, such as this. Now the huge difference with this is the 11th doesn't flick open, but the 12s, obviously everybody knows. Hang on, let me get it. Does flick a bit further, like so. And the size are slightly, now I'd say the 11th Sonic is slightly taller when in closed mode, but when the 12th Doctor's opened, it is of course dwarfed. So yeah. Now for turning it on, I'm just going to turn them on in 3, 2, 1. And you got the
quiet control mode, memory bank C, FX mode.
And already as you can notice, the 11th screwdriver is a lot quieter than the 12s, especially in closed mode, but when the 12th is extended, it's about the same. But yeah, now the 11's is already got the flash on because it's obviously settled down, but even if you stand it up it still flashes, unlike the 12's. So when you start standing it up it'll start flashing any minute now. So wait until it starts flashing. Should start flashing any time now. Come on, start flashing. Don't think it wants to. Anyways, but when you have it on the flash, it doesn't even flash when it's like that. It'll just flash when it's upright, not when it's down. The claws is a lot more slim on this one than it is on the 12s. 'Cause it's more bulkier on the top here. The battery access points are exactly the same on like the 10th Doctor, because the 10th Doctor has like the removable cap underneath and you can charge it up. The triple-A batteries do last a lot longer than the chargeable battery, because the chargeable battery is about that big in the 10-inch screwdriver. The manuals I won't go through because one is currently stuck on a wall and one of them's put away for now. But I do have the display stands which I can show you in a minute. The price for these, the 11th screwdriver nowadays days is more expensive than it is back then, because the 11th worth's like 222 quid. The 12th Doctor, from last time I checked, was 80 quid, but it might have gone up in price, I don't know. But I got the 12th Doctor from Family a Gift, which was 62 quid. This I got on Facebook for 40 quid. In fact, it was my dad's Facebook I used. But my dad doesn't really mind me buying screwdrivers that are actually something that are usable. So that's what I'm trying to get into as well. I will try and buy I'm after buying the 12th Doctor's second screwdriver from the what company? Not Couch Options, the 720, because it's just something. It's a lot cheaper as well. So when I've got enough money, I'll be getting them. The 12th Doctor, second, replacement. For the things that it does, I would say that now to access the screwdriver, you'd have to on this one is a button press. And when you press the 11th screwdriver twice on the button, it has this sound effect. That's pressing it twice. On this one is that. Now when you press this this button 7 times on the 12th, you're basically hearing the sound effects from the 11th screwdriver when you tap it twice. Now if you press this 7 times, it does this sound effect, but with 7 sounds, so they've reversed it basically. The Morse code features you can still access by pressing 8 times. To power this off in effects mode, you would have to put it to lock mode, which you do in your 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just hold down the power button. But you got to do it fast, otherwise it doesn't class it. This one, it'll just do it straight away. Battery access points, again, as I explained, are pretty identical. 2 screws on either side, on either So, yeah, there we go. As you can tell, mine's starting to round off a bit more. I can't even close this one. There we go. So, yeah, now this one's got a bit of a wear because it's been used quite a lot. Now, speaking of display and stuff, here it is. We're going to have a quick brief of the display stands before I get it up. So we have the 12 Doctors display stand, plastic, basic, of course. The 11s, which has again the similar pattern to the 12s on the Gallifreyan text, which has this case. Now you can display the 12 Doctors on here, like so, which is brilliant, which actually saves a lot of room. As for the 11s, you have to display it this way, because the grooves are a bit more indentated on this section for it to work. And then you can put your cover back over. Now, for the 12th Doctor screwdriver to fit on here, it works exactly the same as the 11s. So, just a prime example here. There you go. But it doesn't allow you to put the 11 screwdriver on here. But if you are really good, you can actually balance it on the table without knocking it. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to drop it. So, yeah. So, my screwdrivers are pretty hard to find in the UK, because usually they're just these where you have to be careful what you buy. So, yeah. But if you are going to buy these, I would recommend picking them up, because these are brilliant, because unlike the toy, they have a lot more features, a lot more sound effects, because you can actually run around turning off TVs pretending to be the Doctor. Well, you can with the 12th one, but you can with the 11th as well, as long as it's programmed. But the 12th Doctor's screwdriver has a TV Be Gone mode, so you can be the Doctor basically and program it to whatever lights or anything you want. So you can program anything, like George when he was trying to trap Amy and Rory in a dollhouse, saying "Please save me from the monsters." So that episode, I've forgotten what the episode is. That's why I said it. But yeah, it's really good to have these screwdrivers, you know, to have in your collection. I would like to get the David Tennant one to obviously finish off the collection of the One Company Doctor Who side of things. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah. So next video will be my, well, I don't know if it's going to be next video or not, but eventually it will be a top 5 best sonic screwdriver designs I have, or sonic screwdrivers I like. So it'll be my top 5, some from my 5th to my favourite. So yep. Anyways, I will get going and I will see you in the next video. Alonzo.